But I feel like when you're in the gym, you're like you have different moods. It's just, like we're humans, so like different days are different vibes for different things that we're into.
Fact.
So one day you feel real
Tell
political.
Your Friends in the Gym is like my go-to anthem.
One day I'm feeling
Why is that
political.
getting you
I'm
to the
listening
gym?
to pop.
Oh my God, that nigga is preaching.
One day I'm.
Y'all ain't hear them lyrics?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just depends on the
Nigga
depends
said,
on the
don't fall in
vibe.
love. That shit is pointless.
Sometimes you
Why
like,
is
yo,
that
I'm in
getting
the
you to
gym
the gym?
thinking about when you
That's
with a
angering
shorty,
you?
so
That
it
shit
kind of
turns me up.
motivates you to listen to
Juicing you up?
R&B.
Yo. Just another podcast. We bike.
Yes.
Yeah,
What up? What up? What up? What
Back
up?
from a good one. If you ain't see the last episode, go check out the last episode with our guy Rari. Today we got B Hood behind the camera. You know what I mean, doing his thing. Brother L's on the mic off cam. My man Willie Beeman.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Liddy.
I'm awake.
I'm your host, No Substance Deem, and we have a great guest with us today, Drew from Tidewater Waves.
yeah,
What up, Drew? What up? What up? What up?
Gang.
Exclusive. I don't really do interviews, be on camera like that. So.
Yeah, yo, I was telling you like the Vlad TV of the 7.5.
We never see him.
Nobody knows what he looks like.
So you
You
hear,
heard the time with the waves? Yeah. What do he look like? I don't know. never really seen him.
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's what's up.
Briefly, just before we get into the regular show, let people know like you've interviewed pretty much. He done interviewed Coach Jones that we had come through here.
Facts.
Our girl Asia Tolliver,
He had the homie on
Lecree, Big Laji. Shut up, the Laji. He was on there. Big Resume. I know that bro from out Crestwood. Regime. My fault.
Had my bro Breeze Barker on.
Everybody, documentaries, everything, bro.
Yeah, working on it. Yeah.
Dope, man.
Hold up. So, are we starting with Fresh and Fit?
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
I did my homework.
Let's get into it.
Do I need to play the clip for the people that
Yes.
don't know? All right.
Yes.
All right.
Play the clip.
Lord, I want to preface
You
this
gotta
beforehand.
play.
No, ain't no
The
preference.
clip?
No,
I have to. I have
to.
Ain't no
I
preference.
I
Ain't no
have
preference.
to. I have
nothing.
to, because anybody else would. I have to. So, me and Willie have met Myron and Fresh, and we have a previous relationship. I'm going to still be honest about this conversation we're going to have, but I do want, you know what I'm saying, like, they were nothing but hospitable to us when we met them.
Y'all not black women.
Dudes. I was actually inspired by their setup in the grind as far as podcast. You know, they only been potting for a year and 500,000 subscribers, so that's no small feat. But let's be objective and tell the truth right now. So, hold on. I gotta make sure I got the right one.
Please.
Is this the one with Asian doll? And I also want to say, I didn't.
Are we talking about the Asian doll thing first?
Yeah, we'll talk about Asian doll first.
So the Asian doll thing, I had no problem.
Let's let the clip
Asian
ride.
the Brat with 3 T's though.
Yeah, so we basically told her
Pause real quick.
plug her
So
stuff.
we asked her to plug her stuff,
Yeah, so
right?
they could go
Because
follow
we're
her,
like, hey, you
support
just
her.
came on. We want to introduce you to the audience. Mind you, we had like maybe 7,000, 8,000 live viewers at this point.
Yeah.
We got 22 million views a month, guys. We charge people to come on the podcast sometimes.
Yeah.
So she comes late, and we show her love. We say, hey, plug your stuff, right? Cool. She plugs her stuff.
I got another Instagram. It's cool though. But I'm on Twitter at Asian the Brat with 3 T's though.
Yeah, so we basically told her
Pause real quick.
plug her
So-
stuff.
Stop. Let me get through this. All right. So we got guys on side conversation.
Bad audio.
That's their fault.
Not the bad audio.
All right, yeah, that's not my fault. That's actually Shade Room's bad audio. No disrespect, Shade Room.
Yeah.
But
So basically,
go ahead, Lydia.
what had happened was,
We're talking about the Asian doll.
yes,
first. All right.
I watched all 2 hours and 17 minutes and 30 whatever the fuck seconds of that. But anyway, she came in at the end. She was late. Okay.
How late?
Bum, bum, bum.
How late?
Quite. She came in at
Quite
the end,
time.
right?
How late?
Quite a bit.
You watched 2 hours of it. What part was she in?
And it was long.
Okay.
It was a long 2 hours. And she came in at the end of it.
All right.
So she's
So
2
if
hours
that's
late.
any
She was
perspective.
at least 2 hours late.
Okay.
Cool. Well, that matters.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
All right. So she came at the end. She was hella late. Okay. That happened. That's rude. It is. We understand. But she came in cool, polite, respectful, all that, until the girl sitting next to her was a little chatty on the microphone. And like I said, I watched all 2 hours of that, and them bitches were mad annoying. They was super disrespectful to the audio, which we understand because sometimes we do that shit to ourselves.
Okay.
Okay, I get it. It was hard to listen to. Those bitches were annoying. He say, hey, can you stop? Like, I've told you like 6 times, like, quit it, right? Because he's annoyed at this point, which is understandable because they were annoying. Asian doll says, he mean as fuck. And he ain't like that. He's like, what? And she was like, I said what I said. And he was like, you disrespectful. And she was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not backing down or whatever. Or she didn't say that. But basically, that was the gist of it. She won't backing down, like.
Okay.
And then she just walked off because he went off. But what happened was really that he was irritated about some other shit. She poked the bear and then he went off on her. But that's unwarranted to me. Right. You was already mad at somebody else.
No, skirt. Willie, thoughts?
So, being someone who's watched the show, I've met them in person, and still keep a decent relationship with them to this day. I felt that particular incident was congruent to how they operate their show on all episodes. And for me, I'm always excited to see someone keep the same energy with a guest as they would somebody that they're bringing on the panel. So for me, the way he communicated to Asian Doll is how he communicates to even the other people that come on the show. Like it or not, he's congruent. And I can respect that. He would talk to her the same way he would talk to someone else that was being disruptive to the show. And the fact of the matter is, you say that he was upset with them. He probably was also upset the fact that she came to the pod late. They have guests that come in there all the time with all different type of profiles, from Grant Cardone all the way down to fucking Asian Doll. So that's a big range. And none of those guests were as late as she was. So in my opinion, even that exchange to me was fair because it was congruent based on how they operate their podcast. I'm always okay with somebody being congruent and keeping the same.
I also agree. That's Myron's crib.
So she was late. She was like the special guest.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
So they shoot multiple times a day and they do all lives, right? That's a tall order. So they might do 3 or 4 lives a day, and then at the end of the night, like 10, 11, 12 at night, they have 6 to 8 to 10, however many girls come and record with them. I mean, these dudes is, he's on his square. He made everybody take their shoes off. Like, everybody, it don't matter who you are. You gotta take your shoes off. There's certain rules at the crib. Mm-hmm. The producer reads the girls' rules before they even record. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, like, don't be over talking Myron. Don't be doing this, that, and the third. Like, there's rules to it too, right? They're doing a live show. Right. So to Willie's point, I agree. Like, first of all, you're late. If somebody came in here 2 hours late, we're not even letting you record with us for real. Like, that's beyond disrespectful. To me, that's how I would carry it. But on top of that, the energy was the same. Really, he's telling the girl, like, yo, you've been doing this the whole time. And then somebody that wasn't even here is, come on, you can't even chime in. How? You just got here. Right. We didn't even go at you for being late. Right. You just got here and you talking crazy? Right.
Yeah. It's saying he's mean, talking crazy.
How? You can't even know me. You just met me.
Then everybody's talking about Asian Doll, but Asian Doll has a guy that's in the back he's actually communicating subconsciously, like, yo, like, I will take care of this. Yeah, exactly. So Asian Doll gets to be calm because the dude in the background is like, yo, ain't gonna be none of that. You can hear he's already setting the tone with Myron, like, yo, like, you don't want that. So that's why she's able to keep calm, because of the people she's with. But again, he's off camera, so nobody talks about that. So they're like, oh, Asian Doll staying calm. Yeah, of course she's staying calm because she got goons right back there that's ready to jump into that.
So how's that relevant?
Why did he let her in if she was so late?
That's what I would have said.
Yeah.
Basically.
If
it's 2 hours late, she mad disrespectful, that's fine. Reschedule it.
Even while they're doing the live.
But don't take out unnecessary aggression on her.
We're recording this live. There's somebody at the door. Which half the times we went, the door was already open. Yep. You could just walk in.
You can walk in. Yep. And there's other people. Okay. You got to remember, they're on camera, so someone else that's off camera is opening the door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
and to Kadeem's point, they're shooting live, so even someone communicating, they're having to figure out if they're letting this person, why they're actually filming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they started it, and then she walked in. I didn't see it.
I didn't watch the full 2 hours,
Okay.
but they were already saying she was mad late.
And the part that is relevant is that if you're a woman, you don't need to go back and forth with a man, especially when there's other men there that's job is to protect you. That's why that's relevant. So everybody's talking about how calm she was. Her position and the guy made sure of it, because I don't even know how he got on camera, but the guy wanted to make sure Myron knew that he was going to take care of any like disagreement.
Yeah.
So it allowed Asian Doll to be confident. That's what I'm saying. That's an important aspect. When you have somebody there that's designed to take on any disagreements or anybody coming at you, you can be very calm.
I agree.
Okay.
That's so people were chiming. Asia Doll was like, oh, she was being calm with Myron. The other dude was making sure that he was letting Myron know that if it got out of hand.
Okay, so you basically saying she don't gotta get upset.
Yeah.
Point. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot
But
of
she
people,
would be well within her right, because that was unnecessary.
but what I'm saying
like
is,
his tone at her was a little bit extra spicy because he was already irritated.
But
that's my argument with the whole shit.
But what I'm saying is the other guy jumped in immediately. If you listen to the audio, he jumps in immediately to make sure Asian Doll knows, I got this. You don't need to go back and forth with Myron.
Good job. He getting paid.
But that's what I'm saying. So Asian Doll did what she was supposed to do. She kept it calm because she still has a brand. He's letting Myron know, like, yo, we ain't gonna be none of that. So he's sending a signal to Myron, like, yo, we can. Anybody who understands that environment knows that, yeah, I'll fuck you up. Exactly. He was letting Myron know that. Right. You can hear him in the mic.
Brother Els, chime in. I know you guys something.
I was waiting. I was waiting for everybody.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, okay. Well, my issue with the whole situation, her coming late, to Willie's point, disrespectful. To your point too, disrespectful. There's no way around that. Like if I told you, hey, we're shooting at 10, you come at 12:30.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing? Like you're already wrong in that point.
Yeah.
And they not no piddly show.
Right, they're not. So she's wrong on that aspect. The whole thing about the girl talking, like we understand that we shoot a podcast also. I mean, not on their level, but we shoot a podcast also.
No, we almost on the same level.
Okay,
as far as
cool.
production.
Yeah, production wise, yeah. We're great. So we understand that audio, that messes up audio. We understand that point. So she's wrong. The girl talking is wrong. My issue with the clip was him and his tone. Like in the way that you spoke to that woman, you're a man at the end of the day. There's no reasonable explanation for you to get in that tone in that pocket. Even if you were irritated with a woman, it's uncalled for. Like you're talking about, all right, well, get the fuck out then. Like why you talking like that spicy to a woman? Do you talk that spicy to men?
Yes.
But that's what
I'm sure he does. But
no, that's what I'm saying.
Do you?
I think the part that I'm agreeing with is that is a part of their brand. They do that every episode. It's just like when people chastise Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels' brand is based on being brash to women. Sure. Like it or not, he's creating a reaction. If you watch Fresh and Fit, he does that every episode. That's the part I was saying that I'm agreeing
problem.
But he does.
You say it's a problem, but to their audience, that's what their audience.
Right, that's what they chime in for.
That's fine.
I've and the girls in Miami, I even had a friend that I know go to the show and be one of the girls on the show. She didn't know nothing. I never seen the show, so a lot of them are walking into it like just for
clout.
Just because.
Yeah, just to be there.
Just because somebody invited me to go on.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to be there.
Like you said, there's 8,000 people at a time watching their lives, sometimes even more than that.
Right.
So, people are coming there for that. Now, the next issue that we're going to get into, y'all ready to go there or y'all done with our Asian?
No, hold on. I wasn't finished my point.
Go ahead, bro.
The reason I have such a problem with his tone is because of this next topic of how he talks or speaks to black women.
I'm not.
Okay,
We're gonna shoot bail because he talks to all the women.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree.
Even so.
If you watch the clips together, I would agree with you.
Right.
What I'm saying is from somebody who's experienced it, and I'll be honest, I didn't see the second part that we're gonna get into until like a week later. I saw just the Asian Doll part, and I felt like it was congruent with how they do all their episodes. And to your point, he does. He'll talk to dudes. He'll talk to women. His persona on the podcast is to show up that way.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So at least I thought it was dope that he stayed congruent no matter who you were. It wasn't because she was black. He's thrown all races out. He's talked to all races that way. Cool. And that's what I'm saying. So if you're not a fan of his content in general, I think that's fair. You could just say I don't like that show. Yeah. But that is who he is every episode.
Great.
So he need to work on
let Drew chime in.
No,
Nah, Drew, you the guess. She's cool. You the guess.
All right, yeah, whatever, however it goes.
Wait, I'm not silencing black women, am I?
I love it.
And that's why y'all fuck with him. I'm like, and that's why you fuck with them.
Now you my cousin, but if you was anybody else, don't put your hand here when you say it.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
He actually covered her mouth. Stop speaking.
Right.
There's a black man talking. Shut up.
Go ahead, bro. Hey, that's not the message.
I'm not
You go
in
sit
that
with
at all.
Myron.
Yeah, but now I was gonna ask all three of y'all, or all four, just how the podcast culture is. So it's like when you have a mission, you have like your, like what you said, just that's how he is. So would you say that he has to stick with that brand, or is it more so just his personality?
For me, it's both. So like, actually meeting the person, like in even the community that he speaks to, the podcast is designed around men empowerment. I know what community he's birthed out of, which is the red pill dynamic, and he's very clear about being direct and forthright with women. He's had other allegations with women saying different things, and he's been very clear about how he communicates and him being direct. What I'm saying is that him being that brash is why they are as successful as they are.
For sure.
So for me, I would have been more disappointed if he did not talk to her that way because she was somebody different. Because then I'd be like, okay, now we're going to communicate to women based on their status.
Speaking as a viewer.
You're right. Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
because I'm a big about being authentic, and so for me is we believe that when we watch content, not saying that this is true, that we're seeing somebody being authentically themselves.
Sure.
So for me, is based on and being around him. The fact that he was congruent in that situation, I applauded it, no matter how I felt about it personally.
So
I
you're
was
saying
just about to get into that.
That's just his personality.
Yes.
It's not about
Yes.
Because you
Yes.
say, the viewers come.
Right.
They do.
and he-
As a viewer, I understand as a
Moves
viewer.
out.
As a
Yeah.
man, how do y'all feel?
But even off the camera, he moves.
Yes.
Talking about the Asian doll
100%.
thing, or are you talking about?
As a man, how do you feel how he
Podcasting
addressed that?
personality.
Just that clip, not how he does overall. Just that clip. How do you feel about his tone towards that woman?
But
As a man, not a viewer,
But-
not as a person that's met him as a man. How do you feel about it?
But I think for me personally, like I said, we may say that's not how we would particularly respond to women. But I feel like for someone who builds an identity around that and lives with the pros and cons of being brash, I feel like it's not up for me to make that decision. How his women interact with him, the people that's going to come on the podcast, women that support him. Like for me, he's chosen to take a posture of being direct and being very assertive with women. And he talks about being assertive with women. He actually teaches men to be assertive with women. So what I'm saying is just like Kevin Samuels, like I feel like it's very on par. Like people get upset with Kevin Samuels about how he talks to women, but he talks to women and men in a very similar way.
I feel like
People get mad about that,
podcasting.
but go ahead, Liddy.
I'm sorry. I feel like podcasting in general, like, is turning your personality onto a show. Like, you just put you out there. Because, I mean, we're doing this so often and we're given so many ideas and thoughts from the inside of our brain that it would be really hard and it would come across super disingenuous if you were not true to yourself already. So the most successful podcasts, I think, are people who are themselves on camera. That way when people turn on their TV, they know exactly what they're going to see.
And this is one thing I do want to say though, like, and I think this will go into that next clip, is that if these two dudes have had a platform for a year and some change, and he's talked to women like this for an entire year, there's multiple film. Why all? And I think it's because of the second clip. Why are we saying, okay, now we don't like how he talks to women just because Asian Doll now was the recipient of it? He's been talking to women like over 300 women. There's a woman that put up text messages that said, he basically said, yo, are we sleeping together or we're not? Or are you not coming on the podcast? Like literally, he's been this brash and assertive for an entire year, and no one said anything.
In that pocket, I don't mind. Like the Kevin Samuels pocket, like being direct with women, like saying what you want. Like I have no problem with that. It's just my issue is your tone of what you say, how you're saying certain things to women. You can be assertive all you want. You don't have to be an asshole to a woman. Like it's no explanation for it. Even if you want to be your brand, that wants to be your personality, whatever you want to put it around.
Especially if you weren't mad at her directly.
I guess, but I hear it
was petty.
But the way I hear you saying that is how I hear when I talk to women and I say the word Kevin Samuels, they feel the exact same way about Kevin. They feel
Like,
the
you don't
exact
gotta
same.
say
I don't
like
feel the
that.
way about him.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but women do.
People get mad about him, what he's saying, because he's telling the truth to them.
Right.
His tone, for the most part, unless you get disrespectful with him, then like if you start raising your tone to him, then he'll start raising his tone to you. For the most part, he's just telling you the truth.
Yeah, but that's
I
what
have
I'm
no
saying.
problem with
But
that.
women
I felt like
do.
in the exchange with Asian doll, and I mean, you know, he said he didn't know. I didn't know who she was.
But he's not talking to Asian doll. He's talking
No,
to the
I'm saying,
girl.
so he's talking to the first girl. This is a repeated thing. You're a repeat offender at this point.
Right.
Right? And then this person that doesn't know what's going on chimes in. So then you're like, what are you talking about? You haven't been here the whole time. And then she kind of got a little spicy back.
But it is wrong to direct your aggression that was focused over here, here.
This is my platform. So
I
I get
agree
to
with that.
defend my
I
platform.
get
Well, what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
was mad at. I was mad at you, and now I'm
feel
yelling
that.
at Willie.
get
What does
what
that
you're
make
saying. But
sense?
look, but
I
if-
tell
if-
Willie to get out. I was mad at you.
He told them both
Yeah.
to get out one. And if you're talking to him and then Willie chimes in, you're like, bro, I wasn't even talking to you. Now it's you all can catch this.
And let me level set this. Like this will probably make everybody understand like how normal this is. On their Patreon, people pay to see them kick out women. It's a part of their brand. They kick out women every episode.
All their
So
best,
that's
all
what I'm
their
saying.
most
So it's
viral
weirdos.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a part of their brand.
Okay, so it's a
Hey,
weirdo
look,
pod. I got
what
it.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, I ain't knocking that. I'm just saying,
I
as
am.
long as it's consistent.
That's what.
Oh, no,
it's
it's been
not for
consistent.
like the views.
No,
like,
no,
Yeah.
it's consistent.
Hey,
It's
you
consistent.
know,
Consistently a
No,
weirdo.
no,
That's just who he is. Like,
no,
fuck
it is.
but-
It is. And what happens is that they drink and stuff. It's late night. So some women get up there and just start talking crazy.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and so
And they have the same, like Willie said, they're more red pills, so they do have the same conversations as Kevin Samuels live would be.
Right.
So they're asking a panel of women those same questions, and they're giving the
Nah,
same answers.
all right, so devil's advocate, I would say just
He's blasting.
throwing
Bro, right now, good. No, good. Go
throwing a
ahead.
name out there like Dirk, if he pulled up, or any other rapper, male rapper.
They telling him to get the
Like,
fuck out.
would he do that? Would he keep that? You know?
Did he tell?
I know
Hold
you're saying
on.
blog
Hold on.
post.
You said it was a dude chiming in. That was a great question, Drew. It was a dude chiming in the back for Asian doll, right? Did he tell him to get the fuck out?
He that's what I think. That's what was raising his aggression. I think that's when he kept saying, "Then you could go," because the guy's off camera, so he does not turn around and start talking.
So I would like fuck the camera,
Yeah.
slash the camera.
No, but I'll
me
say
and the dude got to
but-
get into
but-
it. It's like, look, this is my space.
Did he even address dude?
but I'm gonna say this though.
Not for real.
And again, just because I've watched more of the content probably than most, just because when we were going on there, I've seen him get in altercations with guys. Guys pulled up to the house. I've seen him go back and forth, being assertive, talking about like actually telling the guy to come into the crib because he was gonna shoot him. I've seen all that. So I've
So
seen
he's just
him.
an authentic dickhead.
No, but at the end of the day,
Be
though, like
you.
I said, it to me is like I'm not on like choosing right or wrong. I'm just saying, hey, like Drew was just saying, I'm about consistency. And then, like you said, even if it was a man, consistency. Like, and I've seen him be in altercations with men, women of all races, men of all races.
Have you seen him
Yeah,
consistently
I-
disrespect black women?
All women. Yes.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
that's
and
fine.
from
All
what
women.
you, if,
All right,
if
let's
you
get
ask-
I'm
into
just
it.
asking
We
about
can-
now this one I didn't know. Okay,
I'm
so
just
that
asking
part.
about black women.
we
I ain't
knew
got no
you.
view. Oh, she
I'm
put out
fucking
the
ready.
note cards.
She bought
Oh
cards.
my goodness. All right, there's a clip after the Asian doll thing happened, and she's Queen Von, so the streets were in an uproar.
They were.
in a tizzy about this.
A
They're-
tizzy. Shut
Yo,
up.
no, seriously. They went and dug up some old clips of Fresh and Fit discussing if they date black women. So I'm gonna play the clip.
Please do.
Hold on, let me get the sound right.
Black. Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
man.
We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
Sometimes
Night
if they're
riders.
red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark. If you
In
know
the
what I'm
dark.
saying.
Yep.
Okay, so last one, guys.
That's your man's.
Now we're not.
What was
All right, now look.
That's your
You're like the
man.
fifth person. That was both of
the
them.
same dude?
Yeah, those are the.
Yeah, that's the same people.
I'm gonna go first, bro.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're dead wrong for this.
Super fact.
You are welcome to have a preference, not at the expense of I don't even know what word to use for downgrading black women. And then to even double down and say sometimes if they're a red bone, maybe we don't dabble in the dark, especially as well, Myron's Muslim, right?
I'm not sure.
But he's brown.
I can't wait to get.
He's from Sudan.
Sudan. Fresh
Is he?
Is Bart
I
from
think that's what
Barbados.
the article
Yeah,
is.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I don't condone this. I love black women. here at the Justin Hood podcast, I can speak for Tidewater Ways. We love black women.
Yeah,
Yeah, we love black women.
100%.
100%.
200%. 300, 400, 500, 1,000%. Yeah.
You know, it's this clip is mad old, and it's, you know, these guys have been kind of under fire for a minute for a multitude of different things, but we can't get behind this. I mean, obviously it's their preference. They had a New Year's party. They were on a boat. There was not a black girl in sight, and that's cool if that's what you're into, but you can't say these type of divisive things on your platform and think like later it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead, bro.
I started off. So like what you said, or what y'all were talking about, like just podcasters, you gotta speak your truth.
For sure.
So, you know, if that's how he feels, I may not feel that way.
Yeah.
But, you know, in terms of authenticity. So it's like, all right, well, if he moving like that, I mean, you ain't gotta broadcast it to the world, but he just said on his podcast, how do you feel about him just expressing that, but not really like trying to make it a whole movement?
I don't feel like his statements was him making it a movement. I feel like it was just like, yo, we don't particularly date black women. There's a clip that comes out after that where they're talking to a black woman and they're like, oh, you're not like the rest of them. Mm-hmm. Those kind of things you say, you're generalizing a whole group of women. That's not the play. I mean, you can say, yo, we don't usually date black women because of these reasons or whatever the case may be. That's your personal preference. But when you have a platform as large as they do, that's when it becomes like extra toxic. That's not a good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn?
If you want to speak, go ahead.
Bring out the note card.
Oh my gosh, she has notes.
I can't wait to hear this.
Hello.
It better be good. You got fucking notes.
It's not a book, but I wanted to make sure I
it's a
didn't
lot of
forget
stuff on
nothing
this
because
note.
when
You got
I
a
was
phone.
watching,
You have a phone.
Yeah.
I retain the
Go ahead,
information
man.
better. when I
But
write
you
it
still
down,
got to read it, so
okay?
go ahead.
You know you can't read.
I'm not gonna read it. These are just notes.
Cliff
Okay.
Notes got you.
Clip precisely. Okay. To reiterate, in one like 30-second clip, we have Shaniqua's, Down with the Brown, Night Riders, and then he goes on to say that most black women are annoying or ratchet. You could say all this, but you want to say the Asian doll is disrespecting you by calling you mean, but you just let your dick shrivel up when she called you mean, but you could say all this to black women, and yet you still have us on damn near every episode of your show. You think we're good to look at, like I said, because you might do a red bone, maybe. I seen you ask them to stand up, turn around, let me look at your ass, get on the pole, all this other shit. We're sex objects, but you wouldn't be with us because we're ratchet. But again, you want us on the episodes of your show because why? We're entertaining. So that's cute.
Jesus.
Come on, too much dead space.
Okay.
Get through it. It's about 32
Okay.
chapters in that book.
Also, like I said, I understand why you might not want to date black women. It's okay to have a preference. It really is. I was not offended by that. I wasn't. But to be honest, the ones you got around you are the extroverted, like period, poo, okay, sis, all those ones. And really, they're just around you for your pockets because they know you're going to buy the bottle.
Question.
They don't want you.
You don't mind me butting in real quick.
Go ahead.
So I would say, all right, devil's advocate again. So like with the women, why are they still pulling up?
Because he got money.
Well, it ain't about
They're there for the
my fucking
pocket.
question.
They want the bottle, but they don't want to date you for real.
Think it's
They
more
wouldn't
so-
look at you twice.
They're up
Fit,
there.
you're
So-
lucky
so-
you're fucking
so this
fit
is
because
my
if you
thing.
wasn't, you would be hit your gangly toucan Sam looking ass.
This is my thing. What is your, I ain't gonna say critique, but like questions and points for them, the women that's pulling up, that's continuing to feed into that?
because
They already know
Because
that. Oh, you got money,
after this
it's
has
like-
happened, I've seen more black girls on their page. They
Of
just went on the
course.
boat last night with a whole
Of course.
gaggle of them.
Of course.
It's-
Like I said, those women are out for something. Go ahead, sis.
Another
Go
thing
ahead.
about
Well,
Byron
You know how he
that's
thinks.
what's-
You said
that's what's
you've
getting
heard it
paid.
before, because I'm assuming they must know some type of shit, or even in his presence feel that energy or whatever. Go ahead. You want to drink for free? You want to party with the stars and all this shit? Da da da. You don't have to like this nigga. That's
Myron
fine.
doesn't drink
That's
or
why
party.
it doesn't matter. They was on the yacht party. They got the clips and all that shit. Whatever they're playing,
was
Sexy
the
Truth
New
or Dare,
Year.
whatever. Fuck, I don't care. But what I'm saying is, bitches, if you want to be around for that, that's fine. Just know he's a dickhead. I done party with some niggas I thought was a
This
dickhead.
is my thing. If you call him a dickhead, right?
He's a dickhead.
All right. So if he's that, so what are the ladies that's pulling up?
Birds.
All right.
Ah!
Call them birds and.
Ah!
So like it equals out. Everybody getting what they want.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But then, okay, there are women that are more Michelle Obama, and just like in that clip, he said, "Oh,
All
you're
women
not
matter."
one of those. You're not one of those stereotypes." Those bitches don't want to be around you because they can feel the misogyny. Since you don't like that word, motherfucker. They can feel the misogyny. And I know exactly what the fuck it means. So don't try me. It's a hatred or
Well, you
contempt
got
for
anything?
women
Yeah, so-
aimed to keep
Let
them
Willie
at a
chime
lower
in.
social
You've
status.
used your time with the
Willie.
no cards.
That was
So-
your fault. I was on a
And that wasn't my
speech.
fault.
Yeah. So,
I wasn't
so,
done.
Let Willie
I asked
chime
the
in.
question.
So first and
we'll use behind the scenes.
First and foremost, 90% of the people who chime in obviously probably have never been around those individuals, especially Lydia.
They're
so,
corny.
Like, so
Corny.
I'm not big on degrading anyone that I haven't personally met. So again, in my experience of them, I don't agree with anything Lydia said as far as that is concerned.
You're not a black woman.
So I want to be clear on that because when I was with them, it was a great experience. What I will say though is the only thing I was disappointed about was the caricatures that they used. If they were said by somebody who was white, we would be
Up in
along-
arms.
Up in arms.
Yes.
And so I have to be congruent and I have to keep the same energy in this fact that saying, hey, it's even okay to say, hey, in my experience when I've dated black women, here are the things that I personally experienced. And obviously them being in Miami, they may have a different experience of black women than even my experience being in Virginia. The only thing I didn't like was the caricatures of black women, the term like dark riders and things of that nature. I just thought were degrading to black people in general, not just like black women. So for that, I was disappointed because that wasn't my experience of them in real life. I do understand that sometimes people say things very exaggerated for content purposes, but I did think it was, in that particular instance, I thought they could have been more selective in how they talked about their preference, but I don't disagree with them having preferences. I would have rather them been more particular about saying, hey,
Tactful.
Tactful about them communicating their desire to date women that are probably of different races.
Go ahead, Els.
Oh, okay. Y'all been around him, so I just need one question for you. Does he identify as a black man? Like,
Barely.
No, I don't think he's ever communicated that, no.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
He said it on that episode that followed the next day because a girl asked him, "Are you a black man?" And he was like, well, my parents are from the Sudan, so yeah.
So he feels like he's a black man.
Sort of.
All right,
Because
cool.
if I ask you if you're black, you're just going to say yes.
Yeah, I mean,
He was like,
I just
"Oh, well,
want to know 'cause
oh,
if he didn't classify himself as a black man, whatever
Which is
what I'm about
fine.
to say wouldn't even matter. Well, he classifies himself as a black man, I guess. I said on the show.
Oh no,
many
and
times.
they said, my mom's black, and they
Yep. They did.
Right.
And he also said he wouldn't date a woman that was from the Sudan either.
Right.
I did my research.
So my thing
We
is,
appreciate that.
I've said it on the show a million times. All skin folk aren't kinfolk.
True.
The whole clip it was just nasty. It was. It just there's no way around it.
That clip's nasty work.
It's nasty work.
Yeah.
Very nasty. So my thing is you have one guy from Barbados in Fresh, right? That's his name?
Yes, sir.
And Fit, I guess, identifies as a black man. So you have two black men on camera who have a pretty big following every week bashing black women. It's just like, bro, what were you looking for to achieve? Like, what were you trying to achieve from that? Like, you had slogans like dark riders.
Night Riders.
Night Riders. We don't deal with the dark. LaQuisha. Bone. Like, really? Like, bro, that's what you see when you see black women? You see ratchet.
Everything your daughter will be.
Annoying. That
It was-
this is words.
And to his point, I totally agree. It's disappointing because I do know there's a segment of the population, especially as you probably go up classes that probably identify or relate to that type of stereotype, and it was like you were just talking about. It's like it's disappointing because you're broadcasting that out as a truism. And like I said, I wish they would have been more like, hey, in my experience, when I have dated women that were black, here's some of the things that I don't like. Because like in a weird way, you think, or I think what he was trying to communicate. So I can at least think I understand what he was saying, but the way it was said, and even like in today's world where people will take a clip and start making these type of allegations, I just thought it was disappointing. I think they could have done a better job communicating his point of preference. That's all.
The way they came across with the explanation, like, oh no, we're talking about preferences. Preferences is fine.
That's
like,
not
you can
what
say,
the
oh, I want to date a
argument
white
was.
girl. You can say that all you want. That's fine. Nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody cares about your preferences.
Nope.
But to word and to make an example out of black women like that, oh, don't get on the black app because unless you want to date a lot of Shaniquas. Like,
So
Fucking ridiculous.
Who posted the clip? Did he post it?
Yeah,
They're from their
posted it.
episodes.
It's from their
So-
episode.
Okay,
It's
so
old.
My
It's
thing
old.
is, you think they're doing it for clips?
No.
No.
The clip
This
old.
is very old.
No, I'm saying, for views.
Yeah.
No,
So
no, the
one
clip is
thing though,
old.
I actually don't support that thing that people do where they go dig up some old shit. I don't think that's okay. And I actually think the thing with Asian Doll and they're very loosely related. So it feels like somebody was sitting at home on their computer and saw him yell at Asian Doll. Was like, hey, let me find some shit
They're
that
not related.
people get mad
That's
about.
the part I want to be clear. They're not
They're really
related
not.
at all. But I understand how somebody tried to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They sat at home on the computer and said, let me find some shit.
They're not related.
You think they're related, but he's kicked off many a black girl.
I'm not talking
And
about
until it was Asian Doll, nobody
it
gave a fuck.
I'm not talking about.
It's not related, but we live in cancel culture that. Out of respect, I understand how they tried to make
kicked
it.
off white girls
right? They
and
try
Hispanic
to
girls.
make
They
it seem
kicked
that
off
he
bad
was
girls.
because it fits the narrative, right? Like it's kind of to what Els was talking about. Like, yo, at the end of the day, you're saying, okay, he's disrespecting this woman. I don't like her tone. So if you take his stance. And then you take that clip, it makes it a perfect match. Even though they're not congruent. How he's talked to women is how he talks to women, and the Asian Doll just happened to be black. But I will be honest with you, if I never watched Fresh and Fit, and I never met them, and all I saw was these 3 clips, they're perfect synergy.
And then you do have, you
perfect.
also have the key in the mix here is Asian Doll did go on Instagram or Twitter or wherever the fuck and make some sort of a statement where she said, this is how he talks to black women. So she said that, and that was like the key in the door.
That's not true.
Yeah, well, I mean, he said it, right?
I mean,
it could be old, but it is.
He did say it.
So I like what you said. I've never met the guy,
Right.
So I don't really have an opinion.
Right.
I haven't really watched the podcast like that, so it's kind of like, but from the info I'm getting, it's like, all right, well, he said it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he has a change of heart now, it's like it has to be some congruence.
And nowadays,
Yeah,
you don't
and I'll
even
be
need
honest.
context.
I'll be honest with you. Like Asian Doll, 9 times out of 10 probably never watched the podcast because a lot of people that go on the podcast hasn't watched it, and so it behooved her because she probably started getting energy from her crowd to say that's how how he talks to black women. So I understand that, but like I said, most people that go on that show have never been on it, so it fit a really good narrative to say, hey, he attacked me because that's how he talks to all black women. It feels aligned to get people powered up, especially if you're trying to attack them. She probably at least knows enough to probably get people to like go at their pockets. She still had a feeling about them when she left. Like I know everybody's saying like, hey, she just had no emotional attachment. There's different ways of strategy. There's different ways to get back at someone.
Yeah, my problem with the whole statement is just a little bit deeper than like on the surface, like just disrespecting black women. That like we all get that. We all find out that like that's wrong, right? Everybody consensus, right? That's fucked up. Okay, cool. My thing is a person from Barbados, and then you have a person that's racially ambiguous and fit. We don't know where he's from, but we kind of carry him as a black man, but we don't know if he's a black man or not. So around the world, black people in America get chastised or criticized for being ratchet or ghetto or a certain type of way because on big platforms, that's what you see. You see people like from Africa or the Caribbean saying, hey, I don't fuck with black people in America. Like this is a real thing. Africans really don't fuck with Black Americans because of the depiction they get on TV or on big platforms such as Fresh and Fit. And to have Black men or people who are perceived to be Black men say these things like, hey, even they say it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even that's my that's my problem with it.
That's a big
on a wider spectrum. It's not just a problem for Black. It's a problem for Black people. Period.
Yeah.
Period. It was so distasteful, so disrespectful, and for the most part, it just I don't know them personally, but it just comes off as people that don't get those kind of girls. like some guys.
We don't want them.
Some guys attack. I'm not saying that I'm just saying some guys attack women that they can't get.
But I'll take the other side. I've heard more men that look like me talk in overtures that sound like them based on where they live. So for example, like men who probably live in like areas that are more populous, areas where like LA, San Diego,
selection.
right? I have heard that, and again, but they also don't have a platform like they do, and I still think with the platform you still have to just be a little bit more mindful, because the way he cleaned it up was perfect. That's how he could have said it initially, and it would have never been an issue. Hey, here are my preferences. It's okay to have preferences, and here's the
cleanup
one that I
looks
prefer.
bad after.
Right.
No, but the cleanup wasn't a cleanup, because that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about your preferences. We don't care.
Right. No. What I'm saying is, okay.
That's his attempt to wipe it away.
Their preferences.
Right, originally. That's how
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying if you would have took the cleanup to the original question when the person asked you to get on the Black app,
all right, I'm with you.
Here are my preferences.
Right.
He cleaned it up with a dirty ass mop.
As a last point, though, I will say that in recent memory of talking to Black women, there has been this narrative that Black women feel more oppressed by Black men than any other race. And that's been shocking for me to hear. That they feel like in like corporate America or any spaces, if the one person who's quicker to like oppress them isn't the white man, isn't the white woman, they feel like Black men. They feel like Black men, this is not saying it's true or not, they feel like step on them more to try to prop themselves up. So like when you do hear something like this, like I was talking about, like it does kind of align to that narrative, like, oh, you guys are using me to even continue to promote your platform. And that part does make me uncomfortable, because I've heard Black women say that before, and I was like completely against it. I was like, that's not true.
Right.
But that's,
then when you see it on film, it's like, damn.
That is a deeper topic that we're gonna have to get into another day.
Yep.
When I table that, we're definitely gonna talk about that.
Please.
I think it works both ways. Right.
Well, Fresh and Fit, I don't like y'all niggas, but
those are
I
Lydia's
also don't
views.
like the
Those are
internet.
Lydia's views.
Maintain your good working relationship with your shitty friends, but what I'm saying is, I
never said that either.
I also don't support the internet dragging up old shit trying to drag you. So that's not okay. I'm sorry that happened to you, whatever. But you did say that.
If you still feel that way currently, it really don't matter if it's old shit.
Right. I'm just saying that was.
Does it?
That was uncalled for of the
If I
internet.
said fuck Black people 12 years ago and today
don't
you say,
take your
you hear me, I say,
aggressions
fuck
out.
Black people, then
Don't
it's
take
fuck
your
Black
aggressions
people.
on anyone
It
that
is
is
what it
not
is.
You have the opportunity to
the
evolve
object of your anger.
But if you didn't evolve,
we don't know that.
About?
All right. Anyway,
I'm done.
Okay. Fresh and Fit. That's our take.
Fuck y'all.
Obviously, we have a lot more.
And both of them
thoughts
niggas
and
ugly
things that we wanna
anyway.
talk about it. Okay.
Fake Gucci man looking motherfucker.
He looks like his face. He looks like a pug, bro. Fresh looks like a pug.
Next subject.
Yeah.
Fresh looks like a
Bitch ass
pug,
nigga,
and the other
kick me
nigga look
off.
like a parrot.
Hey, listen, we're here with.
Who's a real bird now?
Wait, all right.
I'm
we're
sorry.
on Drew
I'm
now.
sorry.
We're
Go
on
ahead.
Drew. This is
was
Drew's
up
part of the show.
I'm sorry. What's up, Drew?
Drew's like, yo, they're crazy.
Hey, look, I
Hi, Drew.
appreciate the entertainment.
Before we move forward, I didn't say it at the beginning, but make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Yeah, do that.
Also go to Tidewater Waves, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for them over there.
Yeah.
We over here powering up in 2022.
How did you get started with How did you get started with Tidewater Waves? Like, what was the origin story of that?
Sheesh. So it's a long story, but it's not.
Give us the schmedium one.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. But yeah, I grew up out here. Left for school. Went to DC.
DC, what up?
Howard. Yeah, Howard.
Ooh, Howard, what up? Hey.
Hey, HBCU,
Yeah.
love it. Love it. Hate you.
You know exactly. Yeah. So
Half the people gonna kill me.
yeah, and end up coming back out here, and got into graphic design. Well, I was already into it, but like, got more into it, the video production, found out about the Slover Library, downtown Norfolk. Really, started to ingrain myself there. Figure out about video production, editing, all of that. The resources there are just crazy. 3D printer. So it's really a space for me to get away, creativity and just kind of zone out and build some shit. But so I started doing interviews when I found out about that. They supply all the resources, the graphic design. So I do like marketing and media. So I was already doing the marketing, incorporated the media, and it's Tidewater ways. Yeah.
Word.
What made you want to go with that style of interview, being off camera, asking the questions, nice backdrop, green screen? What made you want to go with that route?
Yeah. So like y'all say, you just got to be authentic to your personality. So that's just me already. I'm just kind of in the cut. I care more about the product, the business, more so than hopping on camera. I want to focus on the individual, the creatives, the business, the entrepreneurs we have in the area. So we really like to just focus in on, art that's being produced out here.
When I first seen the videos and the type of people you were interviewing, I was like, oh, me and bro got kind of similar missions. Well, my mission has changed since then, but initially, the podcast platform was really supposed to be to highlight businesses in the area, creatives in the area, musicians, people that, whatever anybody was doing that was popping. That's why we've had different, we had Coach Jones on here too, right? I love Coach Jones. That's my guy.
Hey.
NSU,
NSU, what up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Behold.
We wanted to interview all these different people.
Y'all went to Norfolk State?
No, I went to ODU.
You did? Okay. Salute.
No, Coach Jones, somebody connected us, and he's just a real down-to-earth dude. Great story, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But when I was watching, I was like, bro is really tapped in with people, and anybody that's trying to do anything, he'll go reach out to him. That's fire. And you ask really, I think, thoughtful and poignant questions. Even right here with us right now, you're like devil's advocate all the time. What made you really dial in and just be like, this is what I want to do in this area? How do you feel about the reception has been?
Yeah. You said the reception?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been great. I feel like a lot of people have just been waiting on what we're doing. Just that medium. The leaders here, it's a lot of steps we need to take to get to where we're trying to go. However, we can kind of supplement and do what we can do to, connect everyone. It's a lot of people doing things, which is not going to stop. And just trying to bridge that gap between the creatives and the leadership and trying to get to that next level. But, it's a bit political. It's a bit, my big thing is economics. So, as soon as we can all get on the same page about, hey, this is where we're trying to take it, to strengthen numbers, and then we can just really transcend what, is going on out here and just put the certain pieces together to, bring this puzzle, full circle.
Dope.
Y'all
got any questions? Y'all real quiet. Why y'all get off? Y'all had a lot of smoke for Fresh and Fit.
No,
And
he
I'm
just finished
all
talking.
nervous over here. I'm like,
He just finished talking.
So we was talking on our last interview about Virginia, supporting Virginia. Do you feel that when you're trying to put something together, you feel supported?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's
By
dope.
the locals.
Yeah, locals. And it's crazy. I love that question. It's a great question. But people don't really feel supported out here. So for me, I don't really care about that or think about being supported. I just do what I got to do.
That's dope.
Interviews.
That's the approach you got to take.
Because a lot of people will
can't
hear a statement and be like, well, no, I feel like I got to move away to get big.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You just gotta stay in your. You can stay in your
nose down and keep grinding.
Right, keep grinding, and the support will come, bro. If you're doing something dope, it's impossible to keep something dope from rising up or being known. It's impossible. If you're dope, they're gonna find you, bro. More and more people find dope stuff every single day, just randomly clicking.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people just randomly click on your shit and. Oh yeah, I fuck with that. Follow.
You got to be the right person.
Right, got to be right person, right topic, right. It's just something about, anything can spark interest in whatever you're doing. So you don't have to move away. You can get support here. All it takes is, like we say every week, a click is free. You can support by just clicking the button. Hey, subscribe. I fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You don't have to go out to his events. You don't have to buy no merch. You don't have to do that. I mean,
Everything digital.
we love if you do that. But if you just click subscribe, that's support. It's easy. It's not hard to do. If everybody had that same mind frame here, everybody will feel like they're getting supported.
So 5 years from now, where's Tidewater Waves?
Oh, amazing question. I want to really take it to. I got 3 inspirations in the media realm. Complex, just because the content. Marvel, just how they. Y'all watch Marvel?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. But like just how they set up their MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So really want to get into the production and just sustainability of incorporating everyone I've ever interviewed into like a few different projects, and then also Nike, just the clean brand. So to answer your question is, I feel like a household brand, in Virginia, especially the 757, and just really incorporating different media. Production and it's already a lot of development going on out here, so I really want to tap into that and really bridge, like I said, the gaps between creatives out here and the leadership. So 5 years from now, just a lot of production and different types of media.
Love it.
As far as you said, I know we asked about 5 years. 5 years from now, but if you were to do anything else, what would it be?
Probably acting.
Acting?
Yeah.
Hold up. First he said I'm behind the camera. Now
Right. Now you want to act.
You act?
Like how you act in front and behind the camera? How you doing that?
Yeah. It's interesting. Like I said, I brought up like Marvel and MCU.
Yeah.
But I do have a background in like acting.
Oh, dope.
Give me some lines from something you know right now.
Nah,
Do Denzel and Trinidad. Go.
Say that for the next.
Batman, go.
3, 2, 1. Nah.
What's your favorite movie?
Don't throw up no
I
dud.
got too many. You said what?
Don't throw up no dud.
I
We movie people
recent
here.
one. A safe answer. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh no, that was fire.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That is a very safe
definitely.
answer.
Like, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Like
Me too.
from the. I ain't gonna spoil it, but just.
That's your
the
favorite
other
Marvel
movies.
character? Don't throw up no dud.
Right.
We watch Marvel here. Don't do that.
Hey, look, it's too many to name.
I'm Iron Man myself.
Okay.
I'm Iron
Hey,
Man myself.
bro, like to take the soft answer.
Right?
Hey, look. Hey,
He's safe.
I do like I'm in media.
He's in media. PC, come on,
favorite
man.
movie for me would be like Wolf of Wall Street. That's
fire.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I fuck with Marvel heavy. Definitely really I watch the breakdowns and all, like how they
me
set
too.
their stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really a big inspiration. But I mean, go with something. I say Spider-Man. Yeah, because that's just what it's been.
No,
but
it do got a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
hey.
I ain't watching.
what can you say about it? It's
No, you can't say it was great.
very safe pick. I appreciate it.
No, it was great.
Yeah.
I seen
It is a great movie, though.
Yeah.
What's your favorite old movie?
Old movie.
Like, okay, pre-2000, like old
Pre
movie.
2000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like 90s, 80s
You got to
movie.
think now.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that came out in 2000 something.
What?
Yeah, that came out in like 2010.
No, it did. It came out in 95.
Oh, it did?
Stupid.
What am I thinking about then? Either way, no.
Forrest Gump into 2000?
You can't talk to her that way.
Oh, shit, that might have been when I first saw it, seeing as 95 I was born. So I might have first saw it in 2000. There we go. Either way, fuck you. Forrest Gump is my favorite old movie.
And when he said, "Hey, look, you called me out," I'm like, "Take the soft answer." So it's really too many names, but I will throw one out there that I love how it incorporates different movies. Don't Be a Menace.
Okay.
South Central.
About drinking juice in the hood. Okay.
I ain't gonna say it's the best movie to come out before 2000, but just
But it's one of your favorites.
how you.
See, I love the menace
Yeah.
to society too much to really like Don't Be a Menace.
You can like both.
Oh,
Both can
you
exist.
And, but I just, when I was young, my dad let me watch all them gangster movies probably way before I was supposed to be
Right,
watching
way too
them.
much.
You know what I'm saying?
Way too
So
early.
I'm sitting in the crib watching it, and at first I'm like, damn, shit crazy. I actually showed Caitlin Menace before, and she's like, Kadeem, this is a terrible movie. These guys are terrible. No, she was just saying, like,
great movie.
It's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I hate when people. I hate when people mash up.
Belly?
Belly, get the. Bro,
Get
Belly's
out.
like, yo, you're out of here.
Get out.
You're out.
Hey, you said to this day?
You're out, bro.
To this day.
Yeah, you're out.
Right.
You're out.
No.
You're out, bro.
That's a reach.
You're out. It's not a reach. It's
But for
terrible.
90s, for 90s.
For the 90s.
It's a terrible movie.
No, Belly 2 was terrible.
Both of them.
Both of them are equally bad.
Whoa, no.
There's a belly too. Let's
Hold on. Wait. We gotta dive into for just a split second. What's good about Belly, bro? The acting?
Everything was good.
The acting was good?
It just felt authentic.
Hood is not
His
speaking
name is
into the
Hood.
mic,
Wait.
and he's talking crazy.
Bro, Belly is one of the best 90s hood movies of all time, bro.
We need a poll.
Nas's acting was good to you?
Instagram.
Put a
I don't
poll
like
on
Nas as
here.
an artist.
You definitely need a
but-
poll.
Whoa! My God, it's even worse. I'm like,
All right,
You say
all
you
right,
don't
all
you don't like Nas as an
So,
artist, period.
Bring us back, 'cause he's wilding.
definitely. So, is there somebody in the area that you've yet to work with that you would be really looking forward to collaborate and doing some projects with?
Thank you, Willie.
Y'all?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
For
serious.
real. Like, you know, when you reach out, I know we've been in communication, but like just really trying to tap more into people that, you know,
Yeah, we do
like
this.
are doing, exactly, doing things like we do and just trying to get to that next level. So,
What do you consider?
It's a lot of
I ask
people
them
that-
this all the time too. What do you consider? Like, what is the next level for like where our platforms
at
are
now.
today? Right, like you're over 1,000 subs on YouTube. Congrats, we're on the way.
Appreciate
to that. It's a grind.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a grind to get
It
there.
is, yeah.
What is like? Is the next level? Is it a big interview? Is it like, Pusha T comes and sits down with you, or is it like Is it a viral moment? Like, what do you consider the next level?
You saying for me?
Yeah, for you.
Okay, yeah, for me, shit, man, there's so many, but I would say, damn, for me, all right, I'll say this, get more into the physical events. So like, I've done a lot of digital. Yeah, I've done a lot of digital content. I mean, I feel like I've kind of mastered that. Interviews, all right, cool, it's getting a little redundant, but this year I want to tap in, with this pandemic, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
But I want to start doing shows.
Yeah.
I was just
all
We
of that.
did one live pod, and it was
awesome.
fun. And our booth was probably the most lit thing at that.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? But it was fun. Live.
I really enjoyed that show.
Yeah, live stuff is cool. I don't know what I would consider. What do y'all consider the next level? It might have to be
For
a
this?
viral moment. Yeah,
For us, it'd probably be.
I'm telling you,
probably be a viral.
Somebody gonna have to start a fight in here, bro.
creating a
It's gonna happen.
organic viral moment. Though.
Or I think a big moment for us would be a viral moment as a result of someone we've worked with blowing up. Like, we've worked with a bunch of like different artists. Like if one of those blows the fuck up and then we catch some of that would be a moment.
Yeah, I don't think it translates, but I feel you.
I mean, I think so.
I can't
'cause
believe you said
it's-
belly, bro.
I'm really stuck on that in my head. I'm trying to let it go.
It is what it is.
he followed it up by saying he doesn't like Nas.
All right.
Yikes.
So we on the back end of the show. Again, bro, I want to thank you for coming through, man. We got to do more stuff for real. Like that's for real.
Yeah,
for real.
definitely.
Which y'all want? Y'all want to talk? I like this one. Kanye West.
It's out
Kanye
here
West is outside.
hoeing.
Very.
We've all done the breakup. The breakup to like, and then you start, especially for women, they start posting their
And
out.
you lit out here
You know
now.
what I'm saying? Kanye's kind of doing that.
Yeah. I mean, Kim is with fucking scary ass crypt keeper Pete Davidson.
I'm
Blah.
a yay
Yeah.
fan.
First of all,
He must be
y'all
slinging
gonna-
dick
y'all about to-
because I don't understand.
Pete's resume.
I was about to say Pete's
Right.
resume.
Y'all
is
gotta respect
solid.
Pete.
For
I'm saying he
that-
must be
that,
slinging
like,
the
yeah.
dick because he's not cute.
I'm just saying
He's kinda
his resume to
funny-ish.
people is like, all right, now Pete's dated some people. I mean, they're not too crazy to me. Like some of the women he's dated.
You don't get to shame women here. So
I'm not shaming them.
I'm joking.
I'm shaming them. Just not for me. Like I said, preference.
He was with.
He would have said that would have been fine.
Yeah, right.
But he didn't.
he's been with some.
Yeah, I'm a Ye fan.
Kim.
But to me, Ye's losing this battle.
Yeah,
You're
You can't
doing
win.
all of this,
You're doing
and Kim.
too much.
It looks like Kim is unfazed. We haven't seen her respond to it. We haven't
not
even
gonna
seen-
respond.
I know. We haven't even seen any kind of resemblance of a response. She's just living her life.
So
Y'all think they get back together?
Kanye's. I know he would. I'm not
Kanye is
showing. I'm not
sad,
showing
right?
Kim. I'm not sure on Kim.
He has said he wanted to get back to
Yeah,
her.
he sung her name at the live concert.
Yeah, he did sing
He
her
did.
name.
On a freestyle. Come on, bro.
He bought
He
the
did.
house across the street, which is creepy.
I don't
It
think
is.
that's creepy as people think it is.
That's creepy.
My thought pattern.
'Cause they have kids.
Exactly.
But
So
you could have bought a different house in the neighborhood.
Hold on.
The one across the street?
we don't know what's available out there.
Looking at you from my window, you looking at me.
We don't know what's available out there
And
for them to.
waiting.
He's
Right.
putting up signs.
Warn the
like
neighbor.
other- Come back. Come back.
Every
That's
time he's
weird.
out,
You see Pete pulling up.
Yeah,
Damn.
that'd
he
be
gonna
crazy.
fuck Pete up if he catch him.
Yeah, he gonna fuck Pete up.
But
What if Pete fucks him up?
and now,
really lost him.
Now
It's over.
That would be
the scene
ridiculous.
from Black Panther. Is this your king? Now I'm king.
Oh.
Yeah, it's over.
That's funny.
It's really over. dude.
I'm king now, Kanye. I'm the Black Panther.
There's a lesson in this too
is your king.
that people are missing. Like people, how you just talk crazy about Pete. Like people might think the same like you. Like he's gangly and weird and not attractive and blah blah
Yes,
blah.
he must have some
The
like,
lesson- the
inside
le-
qualities that are golden.
It doesn't
See
matter.
how
It
she can
doesn't
talk about Pete,
it
but if we said the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing, we get canceled.
I-
No, you're not.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter if you can make a girl laugh, bro. You're in the park.
Oh, yeah,
There you go.
comedian.
You're in the park. If you can entertain, if you can entertain a woman, you're in the. Nobody's out your league if you can make them entertained.
True.
When I finish
Anyone.
The Rational Male, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna talk about all this.
Please.
About rational males.
No, Rational Male is a book by Rollo Tomasi that most of that red pill stuff is based in, but there are some gems in there.
What does that mean? Pause. Because I've heard. I don't know what the
What,
fuck
red
that
pill?
means. Yeah. What does that mean?
Willie.
Willie.
Red pill. Red pill is a movement or a following about men understanding females' nature. So they feel like if you understand like what is innate to a female and understand how they move, it's going to help you in your interactions with dating.
Oh, what's the problem? I don't see a problem. Okay, cool.
No, the messaging.
The messaging.
The messaging is the problem.
It's not a problem. There's no problem.
I
The
don't think
marketing
there's
is the problem.
No, no.
It's
not any marketing,
it's just a
thought process.
It's a thought, just like feminism. There's like again real feminism, like
Yes.
people who understand that there's different thoughts or
Yeah.
approaches to how people interact with
Correct.
the opposite sex.
But I'm actually
Yeah, that makes sense though. You should know how the other sex operates.
Yeah, but that's why I said we're gonna talk about that later when I get the book, when I'm finished the book. But it's
Is it for manipulation purposes? To get what you want? Is it think like a man, but instead think like a woman?
That book didn't work.
Huh?
That book didn't
know.
work. I
But you get what I'm saying?
seen millions of women buy that book and still get played.
shout out
I didn't
Like-
even know it was a real book.
That was a waste of money.
Hey,
It didn't.
man.
It didn't have any secrets in there.
So y'all don't think
I don't know.
Kanye's acting out? Y'all done with Kanye?
I'm not
He's
done
definitely acting
No, I'm
out.
saying
but
like acting out as far as like, bro, every time you go out with a girl now, normally you would go out, you don't want nobody to film you. Now you're standing on the balcony with whoever the fuck, you're dating whoever.
Yo,
you
the
know.
joint the other day where he took the girl on a date, but it was like an active photo shoot wherever they went. That was
Yeah.
fire.
But you're doing that for Kim's attention.
I know, but it was fire.
That's weird, bro.
what else do you expect from Kanye? He's the king of acting out and saying wild shit and doing wild shit.
I'm just saying, as a man, you don't do that, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean, you don't
women
need
do,
to.
bro.
Yeah, you're showing a little sign
When
of
you break up
weakness.
with a girl or you cheated, she does everything in her power to make sure you still see her, and now you're doing that.
Kanye is an emotional being, an outwardly
Men do
emotional
that too,
being.
though. I can't let you get that off. Men do that too.
The men that are doing that should stop.
They should. But that's
Just like the dude that's with Nene from what's her name, the young boy that she was fucking with. Now she with the old dude.
Who are you
What
talking
you
about?
talking about?
Y'all missed, yeah.
Nene who?
Nene Leakes is
Leaks?
Nene Leakes is dating a younger guy after
And an old guy.
an old guy at the same time a month after her husband
But
passed.
he's exposing her like.
She's in pain.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who
Okay.
Nene Leakes is?
No.
Yes, you do. Real Housewives of Atlanta, the loudest
I don't
one.
watch that.
You
So you watch Love and Hip Hop,
I don't watch Love and Hip Hop
but you
anymore
don't
either.
nah, anymore. But
Love and Hip Hop had a pocket where
it's a
everybody
guilty
was
pleasure
watching
of
it.
yours. I know.
Yeah, I did
But I'm
too.
saying.
Come on, man.
It's
Y'all
over.
not gonna judge me, goddammit.
we are.
You're not.
Yeah,
At
you're-
one point, Love and Hip Hop, when Cardi B and all them was like, that was a
Yeah.
pocket of great Love and Hip
All
Hop
right, but
episodes.
to not know Real Housewives of Atlanta,
I don't watch that.
I'm gonna
and you
find
be
a
in
picture.
Atlanta like it's like
I do be in Atlanta. I don't be where they at.
you've never watched it ever.
Never.
Never seen a scene.
Never.
She's the one
Well, I've
where
probably seen a
you've
scene.
heard
I
her
don't know who they
voice.
are.
She's the clip on the reels that's gone viral. I said what I said. That's her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
Bro, I'm not into none of that stuff.
True. I
Except for
ain't knocking it,
You
man.
can't say none of that stuff and then
I'm
say
not
Love and
into
Hip Hop
any of
had
that
a
stuff.
pocket.
I haven't watched.
of your
It
life.
did have a pocket, and I
But
was
you
younger
can't
at the
say you're not
time.
into that stuff because that's
Since
the same
I've turned
stuff.
30, I don't think I've watched an episode of Love and Hip Hop.
You never seen her.
And they said,
I don't. I've seen him. I don't know who. I've seen that old dude.
He's
right
never.
He died. That's Greg, her
there.
husband.
Yeah.
He's never seen.
We gonna wrap this up soon. I don't know. Oh.
Speaking of wrap up,
No, hold
We're
on.
not together.
We're not together. I see what you did though. That was a good pass. I kicked it back though.
it's cool. Swing it around.
Since we're talking about dating, yeah, swing it back. Since we're talking about dating, the "we're not together" line. We've all gotten it off. Y'all gotten it off before? You've gotten it
All
off.
the time.
It's one.
Look, he don't even. Look, he's like,
Often.
yeah, I've used it. How effective is "we're not together"?
It depends. Wait. Are you talking about when it's proactive or reactive?
Let's talk about both.
Both.
The reactive one is like you kind of got caught up, but then you say, "Bitch, we're not together." Proactive is the best way to do it.
That's how I did it.
Not, shut up, Lydia. Lead
telling
with
you.
If you're
we're not
if you're
together.
proactive with that, then you'll have to be reactive.
That's true.
For sure.
You don't have
You
to.
might still have to
'Cause
be
we already talked
reactive
about
because
this.
bitch,
So
they be
this is-
having
as
feelings.
as a dude, and I've done it before, more so as a young man, telling girls like, come on, man, you gotta qualify
I'm out here
yourself.
in the streets.
telling a girl that, yo, I'm not looking to be with anybody, we're not together, laying that foundation while you're
Hoeing.
not hoeing, while you're exploring your options. I'm a commodity too. See, that's what's wrong with
We're gonna talk about that too.
Hoeing?
Yeah,
definitely.
because why is it okay for y'all to say men are hoeing, but we can't say y'all hoeing?
I-
I'm
you
talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
talking about you.
Then don't ask me because I
No,
don't know.
seriously,
I'm just
before
asking,
y'all
'cause
take
you're the
us
only
off
woman
the
here.
rail.
Hoeing,
Y'all
everyone's
about to
hoeing.
take us off the rail.
You're the only woman.
It's not hoeing. It's
ahead.
exploring your options. Women do it much naturally than men, but it is exploring your options. So as a young man, when I'm deciding who I want to be with, I don't have to have one and then they call that the sniper method, where I'm aiming down at one girl and I'm waiting to hit the kill. I can talk to multiple people.
Okay.
So yeah,
Date
so when
multiple people, and you can know
we're
about
not
it.
together, and if they're accepting, if they're not accepting, they're not for me at the time. You know what I'm saying?
At the time.
So, thoughts?
I agree. I think women just get their pride hurt when you say
Yeah,
it.
'cause they
And
do it all
sometimes
the
when I
time.
deliver it, I do it to hit your pride. Like, yo, you say
Willie's
something.
vindictive.
No, because by that time, we're talking about reactive. We're talking about being reactive.
terrorist.
Oh, you're saying reactively you do it?
I'm saying like to your point, if somebody is starting to overstep their boundaries, like I'm not someone who wants to constantly rub it in your face. That's what I'm saying. So usually for me, in my experience, it is more reactive because now this woman has now overstepped her boundaries.
Oh, she
Like,
said, Willie, where you at? Where the
there
fuck
we
you at?
go.
You
No, but
late?
see,
We're
this
not
is-
together,
right,
huh?
we're
But
not-
this is
we're
the
not- there
key,
you go.
though.
We haven't got to that stage
when
yet.
you entertain that woman, when you start that relationship, you should lay the foundation.
Oh no, but it's already done. See, I see, and I first and foremost, I definitely agree with that. I think the power of your word and even the access to relationships. I feel like a lot of men out here, a lot of weak men, rush to get into relationships with women to try to control that woman.
Yeah.
And so when you're the person that does not do that, now you're the outlier, as if now you don't want to be with me.
Yes.
So they start getting into this point like, oh, we need to be in a relationship. We need to be in a relationship. I'm not used to somebody not being in a relationship with me.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is usually, first of all, that foundation's already there. But what happens is even in that dynamic, things start to progress. Women start to almost lose sight of that, and then they start to
You need a reminder.
Yes, and that's that. And I'm the
Willie's
king of the
reminding
reminding
you.
I'm gonna level set that conversation. I'm like, yo, we're not together. And for them, it's like a bullet. They're like, oh,
Drew, we're not together. How you playing it?
Man, I try to beat that to the punch early. So I like what Willie said. Just you gotta have those reminders because when you're dealing with somebody, it comes up, it flares, and all right, what's going on? But I feel like for the most part, just beat it to the punch, get to it early, have that conversation. If it comes up later, I fully 100% support.
You
what
get
Willie
the
said.
best-
Just like, hey, this is where we
So
at.
it seem unpopular almost maybe to
Say
the
it.
masses.
Do
No,
it.
you get the best out of a woman when she knows she's competing for your attention.
I totally agree. But I got a question. Can you still fall in love with the woman and still not be in a relationship with her?
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like that sometimes get lost. Like sometimes women don't understand. Like we can still grow feelings and we can still be moving in a positive direction and still not be ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, to your point, Will, I think that's when you start to cut off the other people you're entertaining. Once you feel like
by
Yeah.
your
see that
choice.
one, you're like,
Yeah.
by your choice, you're like,
That's
yo,
when
Them
really
fall off.
I
and
kind of
that's
fuck with her a
when
little
you
bit
forget.
more.
You know what, though? I feel like men especially vote, and women do this quicker than men, but to me, it's like we start voting with our time. Like to me,
Yeah.
it's when women start getting insecure, and I'm like, yo, I've been with you 4 days, 5 days out of 7, my nigga. Like,
What else do you want from me? Right,
exactly.
right.
Like,
Tyrese, what do you want from me?
Exactly.
Right.
But you get so concerned with the relationship title. I'm like, yo, but you're getting access to me. Like I'm
Right.
with you.
Yep.
they don't understand that.
You've had the
Because they're
most
so
access
used to
to
any dude being like they control
Wanting
the
to be
time.
around.
Right, right.
But when you're walking in your purpose and you're doing your shit as a man, you're controlling your time. Like that's your commodity.
But-
now I get to choose who I want to be with when. And if I'm, like to Willie's point, selecting you for 4 or 5 days a week.
But a lot of these weak 757 dudes, because I've been studying this. Like I've been studying
757
collecting
dudes?
data. Yes, I've been collecting a lot of data.
I'm so weak.
But that's another topic. Is that what they'll do is they'll quickly get into a relationship with these women. They'll spend these like exorbitant amount of time very early on to get their 100 fucks in, and then 6 months later they start to taper off, and then the girl's single, and then they repeat this cycle over and over, and then you think you're gonna come to me already getting dicked down by 100 of these local weak ass dudes and think that I'm gonna do the same thing.
Negative.
Nah.
But I'm the outlier.
Being an
You do got to
No, being an outlier is where you need to be. Nah, that's
Willie got his bars off.
He did. He feels better now. Chest lighter. Listen,
I had to look
you do gotta like pay attention because what he said is really a gem. Men do vote with their time, so you gotta be aware enough to recognize. You know this man works. You know how often he works, depending on whoever you fucking around.
I already don't like where you're going with this.
You know
You're already
how
clocking
often,
my schedule. I don't like that.
You just learn. You start to know like, oh, I know he works a lot, or I know that he's normally at work at this time, or whatever the fuck. You gotta take notice of when you see him make time for you. That really matters because they could be using that time to further themselves, to make more money, to be a better man, all that extra shit, and they're giving that time to you.
I'm going
so
to
take
disbar
notice.
what she's talking about because she's still talking about from a mentality of a dude having almost like a scarcity mindset. Like Lydia's the only woman out here. My time isn't just split up
I'm
between
saying
work
he's-
and you.
I got that.
I actually have mad
but
other
he's
free
making
time.
more
Hold on,
of
hold
his
on,
time
hold on.
for you.
what you-
He's spending less time with the other hoes.
You said what you said.
Or less
You
time
said what you said.
working.
We perceive it a different way.
Yes.
I perceive what you said the same
Okay.
way. Dean.
Because you're saying it like, oh, he's at work. He might
Right.
be doing this.
You're-
Yeah, when
you're
I'm
ra-
not with you, I might not be
Right.
doing none of that
Exactly.
shit.
You're
My time might be for somebody else.
You're rationalizing his time by saying, "Oh, he's doing something. He's doing
I'm
X, Y, Z."
saying
No,
if
I might
you're
not
the
be doing none of that
girl
shit. I want
that
another girl.
is getting more
I
time.
want another woman
I'm saying if you're the girl that's getting more time and you know
that he's with
that
other
he could
women.
be- yes, that
Okay,
he
cool. You
is
didn't
not
include
your
that
man.
first.
You know that we're not together.
Yeah, you didn't include it.
We not
You
together.
gotta understand when you have to
Right.
factor that
No,
in.
and
That
Lydia's right. Is because what
Thank you.
happens is what men like for me is like let's say when I first meet you and we're dating, I might give you 1 day a week, if that. What I'm saying is women have to be cognitive of, hey, looking at baseline and seeing the progression of how much time I'm spending with you. Whereas a lot of men out here, they first meet you and they're just all over you. They're just trying to get to your
Hate
new
that shit.
vagina. So they're with you 5, 6
I hate
days.
that shit.
Y'all are playing games. Y'all going out there. Y'all
Y'all
eating
are
all that
playing
stuff.
house.
Yeah,
you playing house.
But then what they don't realize is men like 6 months in after we done took you up and down. Now we're saying okay, I must not come over tonight. No, I'm falling asleep. I'm not coming over Friday night, Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting little arguments. Now that they start to move away because guess what? They have scarcity mindset. They finally realize they get another chick. Now they're moving off of that, and women start to believe that the man that did the 6 month thing was really into them, and the relationship just didn't work out. No, he did. He wasn't. He doesn't have options.
you
so
were
he loved-
comfortable.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
options, and he
doesn't have
probably doesn't.
He needed
claim
an
you as a
apartment.
relationship.
Absolutely.
He was staying where his mama stayed.
And then he got another option, and now you're no longer the option.
100%. And a lot of these women are doing this in like their mid 30s, like not even understanding, like
Oh, yeah.
like
that's
your
where
time
they're,
clock.
that's where they're dead in the water.
That's because women don't date with intention.
Yes.
Women don't date with intention. Women
Well,
date,
the
women-
intention for women is different. Because you guys control marriage and relationships.
Correct.
Correct.
The intention that we really want is in y'all's hands. So what intention?
No.
No.
You
Like, what are you saying?
You will date a man that
To Willie's
doesn't
point,
have that attention.
They don't even start
intention for
having
you
that
at all.
attention till 30-something.
Well, that's
Exactly.
because
But
they
you
wanna
were the
try
baddest
and
you
act
could have
like
possibly
it's
been at
Exactly.
22.
Point.
With 100 bodies on you by this
Thank
point.
you. Exactly my
Hey,
point.
Drew is low key. He's like, I'm low. I don't want to say that. I ain't got nothing to say.
all for this.
Look, lady,
What?
you just said out of your mouth that we hold the key, right, of intention, correct, for marriage.
For relationships
Right.
and marriage,
But
yes.
on the other hand, your
Women
hold
think that
on.
we can manipulate
Hold
you into giving us that intention when we
Hold
didn't
on.
see it at first. And I'm
You-
speaking as like an old 30-year-old lady who's still alone. and
Exactly
lonely.
my point. So you are
That don't work, honey. Stop.
so
Do something else.
You and your same voice on this platform will say you can date as many men as you want. No,
Oh, I
men,
can. I
But
did.
okay, you
I
can.
have.
But men don't want that.
I don't work no more.
I'm just saying, men don't want
You're also
that.
not married.
You're also not
fine.
married.
You're right.
You're in a
Correct. Not
relationship
yet.
that could end tomorrow.
You're
right.
You're talking like
So
I don't
you're
want
not
no
dating
more,
with
like somebody's
intention.
taking. What are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about? You just proved my point.
Listen, he already know. We've already had these discussions.
Okay.
We've
We'll
already
see.
had these discussions.
We'll see because you've talked with so much certainty about a relationship on this pod before, and it's not the relationship
No, I
right
haven't.
now.
Wait.
Yes, you have.
I want to help this point. So
Yes, you have.
Do you want to marry the guy that you're with?
Yeah, I wouldn't be around otherwise. I got a son. I don't play around.
100%.
If I'm playing around, I'm playing around.
So wait.
I'm not playing around.
So your desire outcome of this experience is to end in marriage.
Yeah.
All right. So So what he's asking is, do you know what he desires that would actually make him want to marry you, since he holds the keys?
Yes.
And are you doing those steps?
Yes.
Okay.
So
cool.
you're getting married.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait.
Great question,
Hold on,
Drew.
wait. Question.
So you're getting married.
ready to take a vote.
I'm about to say. Hold on. Here's the next question. Have y'all had conversation about marriage?
Yeah.
When's the date?
What's the date of what?
When is the date?
that I'm getting married?
Yes.
I'll know when we plan our wedding.
When are y'all planning?
A man knows when he proposes to
Yes.
is when he wants to do it.
If a man is
Exactly.
when is
Has he got on one knee?
No.
Have y'all talked
Then
about
I would
ringside?
say he's level. I would say I'm.
have y'all?
Would I?
Look, I'm not trying
Wait,
to
no, Drew has a great.
I?
She's not dating with intention.
Hold up, time out, guys. Drew has a great question.
Hold up.
Would
What did you
I?
ask her?
What?
What did you ask her, Drew?
What? Would you get on one knee?
Are you asking me would I marry this person I'm with, or are you asking
Like,
me
if
would
it
I
doesn't-
ask him to marry?
Would you ask?
If
propose
it
to
doesn't
Fuck
hit
no,
that
I would not
date-
do that.
No, I'm just saying.
He would hate
check this
that.
out, check this out. So like, are you waiting? Y'all may already had it figured out or be on the same frequency, but like if it's like, damn, I can't wait no more. I need to, keep my shit going.
No, I told him you got till I'm 30. And honestly, till I'm like 29
Give
and
him
a half.
a deadline?
I don't want to be unmarried at 30.
Why do you hold on? I got another. Why do women put such pressure on? I don't want
such
to
a
be
contradiction.
unmarried.
Kevin Samuels.
We hold. She just said we hold the key to marriage.
Right, so
They're
I
in the
told
same-
him when
hold
we
on.
first got together,
Why
do
so
not.
interruptive? Why so interruptive? I'll let you speak.
No, y'all niggas have not.
I do let you speak. I'm talking
Y'all
about me.
do sometimes.
I'm talking about
Okay,
me.
go ahead.
You said
We don't
we
silence
hold the
black women
key
here.
to.
You definitely
I
do.
didn't.
No, I do not
We
say that.
you just said we hold the key to intention of marriage in our hands, but yet you just gave him a deadline to propose to you. So that's not him holding the key. That's you telling
Listen.
him you have the key until this date.
Listen.
No.
Delivery and the way you have your conversations is key. I didn't say we better be married before I'm 30.
No,
I didn't say that.
I didn't say the tone. I just said you gave him a deadline.
I didn't say that. Before we even were officially together,
Lydia, how old are
he
you?
already knew.
Lydia, how old are you?
I'm 26.
So you told.
Listen, no.
4
Listen,
years.
I'm not done. Can I fucking finish?
Go ahead.
Talking about, I let you talk. No, the fuck you don't.
I didn't stop you. He
We,
stopped you.
we don't silence black women here.
I didn't stop you.
He knew before we were even together
As a couple,
that I
not
am a
together, but as
person.
couple.
Yeah, before we were a couple, when we were just two independent human beings
Doing the do.
doing the do.
Hunching. Got you. I'm with you.
He knew, he came to understand. We talked about it not as like we're having a talk, but like in casual sense. Well, I think other people were around that I want to at least be engaged by the time that I'm 30. He already knew that. It wasn't that something I said, oh, we got to talk about this. These are the criteria for me. No, that's just my preference. Now, if it ends up that I'm not what I want to be at that point, then I'll probably be alone. And that'll just be what it is. I accept all the consequences that come with whatever I do.
So you get.
I always have, and I don't do regret either.
You done.
No, I'm done.
Now she just said that Kevin Samuels is the reason why women keep putting this. I need to be married by 30. I think they're missing the point.
Because he will tell you to buy a dog and die alone, and that's.
But the point was really
Scary.
like in your best years for your sexual marketplace value.
Lock it down.
You wanted to be in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
now approaching 30, now you want to settle down and
So
some
the
guy
point
is
was
supposed to just
proven.
be accepting of
Chill. I'm
Well, no, I'm
just
just-
barely approaching 30, okay?
nigga, you're already
Just barely.
half
You're already
there.
26.
Yeah.
But just barely.
Okay.
And then you.
You gotta have time for hoeing, okay? Between 21, when you
No,
first start
and
being
that's-
able to go to the
and
club.
that- and
I
this
want to wrap the
goes-
pod, but she keeps taking us into
Right,
this
this
direction, and
this
I don't
goes
want to
back
not
to what I just said.
pod about.
She was not dating with intention.
No
and
intention.
women
Wasn't.
don't. You played around with
No,
your
no,
bots
no.
for X amount, and when you should have
Right.
been
The child.
holding, when you should have been holding
From
it at
another
the
man.
highest value.
Listen.
Your value is dropping because your fertility has
Totally
an
agree.
expiration date.
Totally
But
agree.
it's-
Sure.
Totally agree.
This
Sure.
is a fact.
Did I argue?
I I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying it's a fact. So the fact that you just gave him a deadline for 4 years.
I did not give him a deadline.
You said this. I didn't make you say it. You said it.
We're,
preference.
as men on the panel, we're telling you that when you do that, it's a deadline.
Let's take a poll. Did she say a deadline or no?
Yeah,
Did she say a deadline or no?
Okay.
Okay, so there's 4 people that's heard you say a
it
deadline.
was a deadline.
Fine. Okay, whatever.
By 30.
By 30. So it's a 4-year deadline.
Or else you're
What kind of deadline is that?
Well, no, honestly, because my mom has a deadline that's different, and it's not my age. My mom said, quote, the way she lived her life, nobody gets more than 2 years of my time. If you don't know by 2 years, I'm out. That's what my mama said.
That's a more respectable approach, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, he has 4 years.
Okay, so all right.
That's twice as long.
Let me ask you a question, lady. If within this bracket of 4 years, say
have you ever been with somebody for 4 years?
Yeah, she said she had
2.5.
No,
that's the longest. 2.5.
So within this 4 years, when you're approaching 30, say for instance, you're 29, he still hasn't popped the question, whatever. That's 3 years. Say for instance, y'all break up. Then what? Because now you're approaching 30.
Then I'm alone, and I'm just gonna have to start over. Period.
So you're okay with wasting time for 4 years? Let me finish my question, please. So you're okay with wasting time for 3 to 4 years, and then at 30, going back out into the market where you're not as valuable to some men? Are you okay with that?
No.
Okay, so why'd you give him 4 years then?
Listen.
That's what we want to know.
Because what I don't want, and I'm gonna tell you a horror story. My son once had a babysitter. This really old, little, tiny white lady. She was very sweet. She had a boyfriend of 12 years, and his old ass died. She's like 50. He fucking died. She's never been married. And when he died, she didn't have the rights to nothing. She literally went homeless. Okay? I'm not dating nobody for 10 years, and you don't know if you want to marry me or not. That, to me, feels like a waste of time. That is a waste of time.
10 years
You spending 10 years trying to figure it the fuck out? No. I told him, not I told him like that, but he knows that he has roughly 4 years to figure it the fuck out. Otherwise, let me go in peace.
Okay, so again, if within 4 years,
because you're not about to keep sucking the years of my life.
But it's already gone. Is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Exactly, time is gone as soon as it gets here.
If you let somebody
For everyone.
use 4 years of your life and then you're 30, why would you be okay with that?
Don't get frustrated.
No one's okay with that. Breakups hurt.
So why would you give him 4 years? Is my question.
Because you can't have 7, you can't have 8, 9, 10.
He's saying less than 4 years.
Yes, less than 4 years is what you should be aiming for.
And then
even 2 is too far.
Let me adjust.
Please.
Let me adjust, because I don't know if you've been listening, but if we were to rewind it, I actually said it 2 different ways. At first, I said I'd like to be married by I'm 30.
I heard you.
I will adjust and say that I would like to be at least engaged at that point.
Oh, so he can engage with you and then...
Yeah, we can get engaged. We can get engaged at 28, 29. And then we're married after that, but I want to be locked down. You better have figured it out.
Can I just ask one question? And it doesn't have to be to you, Lydia.
Go ahead.
I just feel like, in my experience, that sometimes women don't truly tap into the intentions of wanting to be married and truly say, hey, what do I need to do for this man for him to actually propose? Not the idea, not timelines. And when a man is really convicted to propose, they're going to do it. It doesn't matter your timeline.
Right.
So my question is, at 26, 27, whoever this woman is, if they truly have a desire to get married by the time they're 30, what do they need to do to be able to realize that result? And sometimes I think that what they really need to do and what they actually do are not aligned. And I think that's what Els is saying is at the end of the day, you have to understand that a man is not going to propose to you by a deadline. He's not going to propose based on any how much sex you give him. There's going to be a certain way you will need to show up for that man for him to feel convicted to propose to you. And that could happen now, or it can never happen, or it could happen in 2 years, 3 years. It's not going to matter. A man does not care about fucking you for 4 years and at 30 be like, no, you're not the one, and move on and get married 6 months later.
Right.
We're okay with that.
Right. That's why I said I don't believe in taking 10 years to figure the fuck out.
What he's saying is 4 years for you, though, is more punitive than it is for him.
Exactly.
His value is just going to
my fertility and value is going to keep going up.
Yes, I understand that. I'm not arguing any of those points. But to answer Willie's question...
That he did not direct towards you.
Right, but I'm the woman here. You have to speak. We're on a podcast. We're here to talk. Anyway, I think, or at least what I'm doing, You have to listen to the man, not listen like do whatever fuck he said, although it is important to listen because you're not the head of the household, motherfucker. But what I mean by listen, I also mean listen and observe. You have to learn that man, learn him specifically and figure out how to be what he needs. That's what you need to do. And no one can tell you exactly what that is because every man is different. So you have to figure out who is your man, what does he value, what does he need from you, and how can you help? And then do those things. Straight like that.
Okay. Drew, what's your thoughts on marriage, bro?
Marriage?
Yeah.
Just in general?
Sure.
Look at his face.
He be like, yo,
Go ahead. He said, what?
Can I sit over there where else is at?
Yeah, huge supporter of it. You know, that varies per individual, but for me, definitely want to get married, have a nice situation, foundation set up, kids, all that type of stuff.
You ain't got no kids?
Right now?
Yeah.
Nah.
Good for you, bro.
Congrats.
How old are you, bro?
Yeah, 27.
Good shit, man.
Congrats.
I made it to 27 no kids. I just had my first one.
Okay, yeah. Congrats to you.
I'm 34 though.
All right. Yeah.
Wait,
but,
man.
You said what?
Wait. Don't rush.
Wait. Okay. Yeah. That's my motive. But yeah. I feel like for me, it's just with marriage, it's at your own pace. I feel like just kind of explore, just at home, dating, whatever you got to do. Just enjoy that shit. Because once you lock it down, for me, I'm thinking like, man, when I, do that and get into that, I'm gonna take it serious.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Now, this is obviously hypothetical because I don't know if you've thought about this before, but I don't know how you would think about it before, but how long do you think it would take you specifically to know whether or not you like that woman enough to marry her? Like, how, in your mind, how long you see that taking? You've been spending time with her for X amount of time before you this
So
the one.
What's the X amount of time? Because you asked.
That's what I'm asking you.
Okay. So you saying from when I first meet her?
Yeah, when y'all first start dating, we'll say that.
Talking period. From talking period to
Yeah, that's a little better because dating is like if I'm dating you, I'm looking at.
I'm dating a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So like.
And wait, and to ask that question, you also have to make sure that before you ask the time, make sure the man actually desires to get married.
Right, but he just said he does.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why.
no. I just want to make sure that for women, because sometimes people will take that as an doctrine that they don't want to be with them.
Yeah.
They may not just ever have a desire to get married.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like you feel like it take you about how long to figure that out?
Immediate.
Boom.
Yeah.
Don't waste 10 years of my life.
Talking about
you're the one that said it was okay.
I said don't waste 10 years of my life.
I remember this.
Do not waste 10 years of my life. He said immediately.
I'm about to wrap this
What are
thing
you talking
up.
about? What I'm missing? No, literally explain because I'm missing what all y'all are excited about.
Okay, wrap it up.
What are y'all
Hey
excited
man,
about?
make sure you like, subscribe.
What are y'all excited about?
Go check out Tidewater Waves if you haven't already.
What are y'all excited about?
We're not excited. You're like, that's what I'm saying. Don't waste my time. But hey, kind of waste my time. That's what you're saying.
Off camera.
Don't waste my time for
Hey,
Woman.
No.
bro, you got to come through again sometimes,
Definitely.
man, and kick it with us. Just pod with us, man. You're always welcome.
No
Y'all
doubt.
go check out Tidewater Waves.
Damn, she fucked up the whole interview.
Nah. The interview.
it's
We've been
fine.
at it for an hour and a half.
2 hours.
Nah.
No.
We not
90 minute boys.
Or
Oh yeah, we are right at the 90-minute mark.
90-minute boys.
That inner lion, nigga. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Definitely, like we should link up and do some more stuff. Y'all, for real, go check out his channel, man. He's got some good, dope interviews over there. All kind of people from city council runners to news personalities. Everybody, man, go check it out. Like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Ding.
We out of here.
Peace.
All right, can I have my closing remark?
Oh, go ahead, brother.
All
Yo,
right,
get your closing
I gotta
remark.
say something.
Yeah.
Big y'all up. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
Y'all been an inspiration to me. Just seeing, what y'all have going on.
Appreciate
Oh.
it.
It's
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, many of us, doing podcasts and interviews, whatever, shining a light on the environment out here, the community. So I gotta salute y'all before I leave, and just any ways we can work, and figure this thing out. So appreciate y'all for allowing me to come here into y'all space and just chop it up and vibe.
Appreciate that, bro. Come through anytime, man. My bad, I ain't want to cut nobody off. Anybody else got closing remarks?
No, we're good,
bro.
We gonna talk more relationship shit. I'm telling y'all. Look, I'm gonna finish the rational male, and then we really gonna dive into it because I wanted to understand the full. That's like the red pill Bible. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to understand the full message that most of them are preaching, and then some people take pieces of it and then they just push those pieces. But it is some good stuff in there. It's some stuff that I can see how you could take it, and it could be toxic. But you know what I'm saying, for young men that might not have a male influence, might not understand their own value, and that's really what it's more about. Like young men valuing themselves and realizing like, pussy's not the prize, bro. You're a prize too. We'll get into that later. Y'all like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out. My fault.